Hey, can you guys see like if the live stream up? Is it working? Hello?
I can check right now.
Okay, bet.
This mess is early.
Okay, I see it. Okay, awesome. Um, so
Yep.
let me just play like a little bit of music and let me know if you guys can hear it properly. I'll just do it now. You guys hear that?
Yep.
Oh, all right, cool. Fire, fire.
Barely. nigga, they need me. Trust the process and believe me. Tears and sweat, nigga, I be bleeding. In the working greatness, I don't need sleeping. Follow through, cause nigga, I be leading. Y'all moving too slow, I be speeding. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, to the tank and eat. Baby, hop inside. I know that you ready to ride. We can go downtown. I can show you around. Play with my stick like a stiff baby, and I'ma go full throttle. Every day I live my life like there's no tomorrow. In the BMW, taking on E, it's 80 degrees outside. Drop the top to look at the sky. Hoping the stars can clear my mind. On the road to riches, and I'm all alone, yeah. Need new beginnings, gotta find a new home, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, I got speed. Roll out deep to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, to the tank and eat. Anywhere with me, to the tank and eat.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going?
That's good.
What's going on, everyone?
Yo,
Yeah,
What's up?
should we turn on our video? You know, I don't know, networking, all that kind of stuff. Anyone coffee gang? Coffee gang?
I
no,
need some wake me up juice. Fresh gang.
All right, so I'm gonna
Got my
wait.
ass up at 5:50 in the morning.
Damn, damn, early vibes.
same, bro. I fell asleep at like 9 last night. That's the earliest I slept in like 6 months.
It's fuck.
All right, so we'll just wait for a few more people to join us. Currently, we have about 13 people in the Zoom call. So while we are doing that, why don't I explain the rules one more time? So 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Atlanta time. This is the group stage of the Producers Premier League. So shout out to all the producers that, are currently here with us today. Wild Child, Ruli Gonzalez, Bowie, Marsh the producer, 803 Music, Eternal Bushido, Sean Yell, One Edition, Julio Ignatius, New Wave JP, B Wood, Yambi, 93 Chris, Percy Notes, Nemo the Zeus, Vanisher with those 808s, Tyler, Millie Max Beats, Squid's Killing It, EMC Beats, The California Kid, Taylor, Isan the producer, Gemini, Mystical, Mikhail, Hype Melody 313, Uga, Hard Fingers, and K Suave. So we got 30 producers here today to participate in our first Producers Premier League. This is our third beat battle, so I don't know if you guys want to give a round of applause to all the producers competing and whatnot. Um, but yeah, clapping hands to all the producers out there that are participating in today's beat battle.
Yeah,
All right. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to turn your video on, they can see you guys on the live stream. So that's up to you guys if you guys want to have your video on so that they can see you. Um, but yeah,
Dusty.
why don't I explain the rules one more time? So this is the group stage. So basically, producers are put into groups of four. So that means that if you're a producer in the competition, you have three other people in a group with you, And I believe since we have 30 people entered in this competition, we have 8 groups. So there's 7 groups of 4 and 1 group of 2. So in each group, so after the group stage is the knockout phase, right? And the knockout phase is the bracket style single elimination bracket style competition. And the way that producers get into the knockout phase is if they are the top 2 producers within their group. So out of the 4 producers, you have to be the top 2 to move on to the knockout phase. And basically, if you so you'll there'll be 3 rounds. Each producer will play every other producer in the group at least one time, and the voting will be determined by the producers in the Zoom call. So every time we finish with a battle, I'll make a poll, and then you guys will have 35 seconds to vote, and then the producer with the highest votes will receive 3 points, and the loser will receive 0 points. If it's a tie, they'll both receive 1 point. So out of the 3 rounds, the most points you can receive is 9 points, and the least you can receive is 0. So the top 2 producers with the most points will move on from that group into the knockout phase. I hope that makes sense. Does anyone have any questions in that regard?
Each knockout round or group stage is a different beat, right?
Yeah, so each round, so there's 3 rounds in the group stage. So you'll have 3 of your beats being played in the group stage in total.
Gotcha.
Okay, awesome.
So how will the voting work? How will we vote?
Okay, so the voting, so what I'll do is all the people in the Zoom call, you guys are all the judges for every producer in the beat battle. So what I'll do is I'll set up a poll in the Zoom call, after every single battle, like maybe if it's J Rob versus or like One Edition versus Nemo, then you guys would vote for either One Edition or Nemo, and I'll give you guys 35 seconds to vote, and then the producer with the highest number of votes will be declared the winner for that round or that battle.
The poll will be in the message, like in the chat.
Yeah, well, let's actually test it right now. Let me just.
If you guys don't know, the bottom right, there's the 3 dots. It says more. If you click that, the first button's chat. I think that's where it'll be.
Vote. So producer voting. We can make it anonymous. So let's see, 803 versus Nemo. So we'll do like 803 and Nemo and save. Okay, so do you guys see the poll that I just launched in the Zoom call?
For sure.
Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, so basically you guys would have exactly. So I see you guys are voting. So basically you guys would vote, 30 to 45 seconds is what you guys would get to vote.
Y'all about to, y'all about, man,
Yeah.
y'all ain't got it. Man, come on, nah.
I hope that's not the first match.
No, this is just like a test. This is a test one. But yeah, so for Gemini and Hard Fingers, for you guys that just entered, we're going to be using the Zoom polling to, be conducting the voting. I don't know if you can see. I think you can see the poll right now. That's like just an example of how we would do it. So you would get 30 to 45 seconds to vote after each battle, after both beats are played for each producer. And also, I hope you guys see the I don't know if you guys saw the challenge link where you guys can, see exactly what's going on within the bracket and everything. I'll also post it in the Zoom chat as well, so you guys can take a look. So you'll see the exact matchups and the rankings and the seeds and everything on that website. And then I'll just end this poll as well. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do now is can everyone see like the link, the challenge link, by the way, that website with all the
Yeah.
okay. I'll
Yep.
get one more person in here.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so if you guys see also on my screen on the live stream as well, what I'm gonna do is since we're 808, I'm gonna just like shuffle the seeds like 8 times just to make it fair. So it's just like completely random. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So completely random shuffling. So this is going to be the matchups and the current seeds for this competition. So if you move on to the group stage section, you'll see the exact matchups that we'll be conducting. Okay, awesome. Okay, so in the first group, we have Gemini, Tyler, Julio Ignatius, and Sean Neal. You guys are the 4 producers competing in Group A. In Group B, we have New Wave JP, Vanisher, Marsh the Producer, and Taylor. In Group C, we have Bowie, Eternal Bushido, Wild Child, and Nemo the Zeus. In Group D, we have One Edition, K-Suave, Uga, and Isan the Producer. In Group E, we have Yambi, Squid's Killing It, 803, and Hype Melody 313.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. In Group F, we have Millie Max Beats, Hard Fingers, Willie Gonzalez, and the California Kid. In Group G, we have EMC Beats, 93 Chris, Mikhail, and Percy Notes. And in Group H, we have Mystic Hall and B Wood. So it looks like Group H, both of you will automatically be going into the knockout phase just because you are the only 2 in that group. So congratulations
Man,
to
I
you
needed
guys
that advantage.
for like that randomness. So yeah, what we'll do now is we're gonna go through the round 1 matches. So we'll conduct Group A first. That's what it looks like. So first up, we have Tyler versus Julio Ignatius, and I'll actually set the poll right now before we actually start it, so you guys can also just vote while it's going on. All right, let's see. So Julio Ignatius versus Tyler. All right, so Julio and Tyler. All right, save. All right, so that polling. Can you guys see the poll, by the way? Is it up? I'm not sure if it's up or not.
On here, no.
Where is it?
I don't see it yet. I don't see it.
All right, let me try it again. Oh, I gotta enter a title. Okay, voting anonymous Julio Ignatius versus Tyler. So Julio and Tyler. Okay, save. Is it not popping? Oh wait. Okay, poll 3. Launch poll. Okay, there we go. I got it. I figured it out. We're good. We're good to go. All right. So the poll should be up for this one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the beat for both these producers. Let's see. So I'm going to play Julio's beat first, Julio Ignatius' beat first. If you guys can mute your mics as well while I'm playing the beat, just so we don't interrupt anyone's beat. I'm sure everyone would also appreciate that. So the first beat I have out from Julio is this one is like 15952950722288 Heats 420. So I'm gonna play that beat first for him. And also, oh yeah, also just to let you guys know, each beat will be played for a minute long. And if your beat is, in length, it's over a minute, then we'll just cut it off at a minute as well. All right, and here we go.
Ignatius, ignite the track. It's on.
All right, now that was the first beat from Julio. Now that was exactly a minute. Now we're gonna move on to Tyler, whose first beat is just called First Round.
Hey, you know beats my TJT? Is that J Plus?
All right, so that's the end of the first battle. Please take 15 to 30 seconds to vote for that round. And then we'll get started and move on to the next round. So when it says 4 minutes, I'll end the poll. Says we only have 4 people left who need to vote, and then we should be good to go. What'd you guys think of those beats, by the way, those two?
Joints was smooth.
To be honest, you asking for our feedback, bro?
Yeah, you guys can comment on tracks and whatnot. I want this to be like interactive as well, for sure.
Okay, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. I want y'all to be honest with me too. But like the first one, the melody was cool, but the intro was way too long. Like I felt as though I was losing interest. You know what I'm saying? But the melody was dope. But it didn't have punchy 808s like the second one. I felt as though the second one, the melody was right on time. The 808s was punchy. The hi-hats was hitting. Chris. That's just honestly how I feel. But that's honestly how I feel. So.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, same here.
it felt like the first beat was just an intro, and he didn't know it was only supposed to be a minute long. Regardless, it was a long intro, but yeah, he definitely I didn't even hear any drums. Did y'all?
Yeah.
No, not
So
at
like,
all. Like Super Saiyan Broly wasn't jumping over here, man. Like I gotta get in the Dragon Ball Z mode, bro. I'm telling you, man. If the drums not hitting it, like Travis Scott said, man, the drums have to hit, bro. The drums is like the heartbeat of everything. Let me not talk too much. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. So Tyler takes away 3 points for that round, and Julio with 0. So Julio, you still have a chance to win. In the next 2 rounds, if you win the next round, you'll have to be at 6 points. But good luck next time. So Tyler, congratulations with 3 points for this round right here. So next up we have Shaw Neal versus Gemini, and I will create the poll right now and save it to you for you guys. All right, let's see. Polling. All right, I'm going to launch this poll. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Shaw Neal's beat. Her beat is called Kung Fu Killa. All right, that's the end of Shaniel's beat. Now we're gonna move on to Gemini. His beat is called Fortunate.
Gemini.
All right, now that's the end of that battle. Now please take 30 seconds, 45 seconds to vote for that round, and then we'll move on to the next one. And you guys are more than welcome to give feedback as well on those beats.
That last one.
I gotta say, the second one, I liked it a lot. Like at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be like super repetitive, but I like the way they changed their hi-hats and then they changed the drums in between sections. I did like that. The first one, however, I thought it was dope too. I did like the melody. I really did. However, I felt as though the drums was a little bit offbeat. If the drums, they don't necessarily got to be quantized because, like Knife Wonder said, you don't got to quantize everything. You got to have it a natural feel. But I felt as though it wasn't really fitting like the beat in general. But the melody was dope though. The melody in the first one was dope, but the drums got to fit. The drums definitely, got to be in tune with the melody. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so that for that round, the polling has ended and Gemini has won with 12-5. So Gemini carries on 3 points for this battle in this round. All right, let me admit this guy to the Zoom call. California Kid. What's up, California Kid? What's up? All right, so that's the end of round 1 for Group A. We're gonna move on to round 1 for Group B. Now we have Vanisher versus Marsh up next. And let me create the poll, and then we should be good to go. Vanisher versus Marsh. Can make it anonymous. Okay, cool. So the poll is up. And right now, what I'll do is I'll play Banisher's beat. So this beat is called Twilight. that's the end of that beat right there. Now next up we have Marsh. His beat is called, let's see, Latin Hip Hop 16.
Produced by Marsh.
All right, now that's the end of that battle right there. Now please take your time to do the polling, and you guys can get feedback as well on those beats.
I like both of them.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty cool. I think the second one, just that vocal chop was a little off timing.
All right, so we'll just give 10 more seconds to vote. And looks like we have a clear winner. Vanisher with 12 and Marsh with 6. So Vanisher, you'll be receiving 3 points for that round right there. And Marsh will be left with 0. All right. Now, next up, we have New Wave JP versus Taylor. Now, I'll be playing Taylor's beat first. This one is called Madeline.
Hey, it keeps cutting out, bro.
I don't think we can hear that.
No, we can't hear.
So it's cutting out here. Let me try replaying it and let me know if it works.
We get it good for like 1 second and then it gets real soft.
Wait, try the live stream. Try listening off the live stream? That might be better.
Yeah, it sounds good on the live stream.
Yeah, the live stream's better.
Okay, yeah, we'll just use the live stream to judge it then, and then use the polling here as well. Is everyone good on that? Just use the live stream to listen to the beat.
That's cool.
All right, bet. All right, that's the end of that beat right there. And we're gonna move on to New Wave JP. Let's see. So his beat is called More Fire Again.
JPA Productions.
All right, that's the end of that battle. So please take the time to uh, poll or vote for those two producers, and we'll just take 30 seconds on that. And then um, if you guys want to give any feedback on any of those beats, you guys are more than welcome to.
The second one's really cool. Melody was cool.
Was definitely vibing with the second one. I feel like it was produced well, like sonically, pieces like fit together well.
Okay, awesome. So the voting has ended, and it looks like New Wave JP has taken that one away with 11 votes to 4. So he'll be taking the 3 points for this battle. Okay, now we're gonna move on to Group C. So we have Eternal Bushido versus Wild Child, and I'll be playing Eternal Bushido's beat first. His beat is called "I Need Myself Back." All right, that's the end of his beat right there, and now I'll be playing a Wild Child's beat next. This one is called Scorpion. right, that's the end of that battle right there. Now we'll leave the polling open for another 15, 20 seconds. And then we'll be on our way. All right, just 5 more seconds. There's still 3 people who need to vote. It's really, really close. And I'm going to end the poll. And it looks like Wild Child just edges it by 1 vote with 8 votes to 7 from the Zoom call. So he'll be taking home those 3 points today.
Hey Bushido, that beat was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you, thank you. I was gonna say, man, that's why you gotta go out and vote. You feel me?
Yeah.
First beat was hard as fuck.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
they're both dope.
Yeah, they were both really good.
Yeah, both of those were pretty fire. Not gonna lie.
I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, thank you.
All right, so up next we got Nemo the Zeus, Atlanta producer versus Bowie from the Carolinas. So this will definitely be a good matchup for sure. All right, so I'm gonna play Nemo's beat first. This one is called Alien Party. All right, that's the end of Nemo's beat, and now we'll move on to Bowie's beat. This one is called Beat 254.
And I believe it is pronounced Bowie. 1-3 to police are requesting an ambulance to detail me as screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Roxbury.
All right, that's the end of that battle right there. Now we'll move to the polling for about 30 seconds, and then we'll move on. Both dope beats from both producers.
Man, Bowie, your 808s were hitting.
All right, so everyone actually voted, which is amazing. So I'll share the results with you guys. So Nemo takes this one with 12 votes to 7. Congratulations, Nemo. You have received 3 points for this round. Anyone have any feedback or anything before we move on?
So the first one kept my interest a little bit longer, but Bowie's 808s were definitely knocking.
Okay, dope. So that is the end of Group C's battles. Now we'll move on to Group D. The next battle we have is K Suave versus Uga. I'll be playing K Suave's beat first. Let's see what he's got to bring to the table. Okay, so all right. This one is called Plug. All right, that's the end of K Swab's beat. Now I'll play Uga's. All right, that was a short one, but that's it. So why don't we take some time to vote, and then we'll move on. Anyone have any comments or feedback on both those beats? Those were both pretty interesting.
Honestly, both of those were fire. The second one was very interesting. Interesting sample, interesting drums too. But the first one kind of like caught me at a surprise.
All right, so the votes are in. Drum roll, please. And we got K Suave taking the cake by a long shot with 16 votes, 3 votes. So congratulations, K Suave. You are going to be receiving the 3 points for this round. All right, so up next we got Isan, the producer, and One Edition. Definitely gonna be a tough matchup. So I'm maybe playing Isan's beat first. It's called What's Poppin'. All right, now we got One Edition's beat. This man from Georgia Tech as well, Atlanta area. All right, so we got this one is called Soul Guitar. the end of that battle right there. Now we'll move on to the polling and on to comments and feedback.
As an artist, I feel like drums are super important. And I don't know how to explain technical terms, but I feel like a lot of you guys, the melodies are dope, but sometimes like you have to create pockets for the vocalist to get into, or ones that like sometimes like I understand you want it to sound different, so it doesn't go the way you want it to, but it still has to ride a certain way, if that makes sense.
All right, so we'll just leave it open for
Drums
comments.
is really, really like for me, it's like probably harder to do than melodies.
I agree with that because every artist is different too.
All right, so One Edition takes that one with 11 votes to 4. So he'll take those 3 points with him. All right, now I believe we're halfway through round 1. Now we're gonna move on to Group E with Squid's Killing It versus 803 Music. I'll be playing Squid's Killing It first. So Squid, his beat is called T-Rex. All right, that was Squid's Killing It. Now we'll move on to 803. I believe she emailed them like recently, so I'm gonna go to the email and open them up. I'm gonna download them as well. So let's see what she sent. Okay, here are her beats. I see 6 beats. Okay. Okay, cool. So I got her beats. And let's see. All right, so this beat is called Depend on ATL.
I'm just the girl you can depend on. But you can it be your face, your face, can
All right, that's the end of that battle. Now, please take the time to vote. I think I need to. Oh wait, okay, it's up, right? It's up. I think so. Oh wait, I did I not put it up yet?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. There
A
you go. There
second,
you guys
that's
go.
crazy.
All right, please take about 45 seconds to a minute to vote for this one. Anyone have any comments or feedback on any of those beats? Anyone like those beats?
Both of those were crazy.
Yeah, I like both of them too. And they're so different that it's hard to vote against one or the other.
That might have been the craziest round for me.
In all
All
honesty,
right.
I feel like it just depends on whichever kind of mood you in, because both of them are nice.
All right, we'll give it like 5 more seconds to get 3 more votes in. All right, so the results are in, and we got 803 with 14 votes to 3 votes. Congratulations. You have received 3 points, 3 points for this round. Let me update the table. All right, 3 points to 803. Now we're still in Group E. We got Hype Melody up next versus Yambi. Now I'm gonna be playing Hype Melody's beat first. This one is called Water Whippin'.
Got a problem with hype? I call my shooters.
All right, that was Hype Melody. Now we got Yambi. He was the 4th place winner at our last beat battle. So you know he's gonna bring some heat for sure. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. So this one is called Arabian Nights. All right, that's the end of that beat. Now we'll move on to voting. Anyone have any feedback or comments on those two?
I like number 2.
I feel like on the first one, the melody could have had a little more variation.
Right, mixture.
But it was both hard.
Definitely.
Okay, bet. All right, we're gonna give like just 15 more seconds, just the three, but if the three more people to vote, and then we should be good
Hey,
to go.
Abby,
Yeah, what's up?
y'all missing some beats.
Say that again.
I say y'all missing somebody.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at the whole tournament. Like y'all missing Millie Mac's beats. I don't see my beats up there.
You're in group F.
Group F.
Yeah.
All right, where you see that at?
I think it's cut off the screen.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
I posted the link in the Zoom link. I can post it again as well.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, yo, I ain't trying to be salty or nothing like that because we all having fun. It's the competition. But I feel as though y'all played the second beat a little bit too longer than mine's. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I did have variation, but I'm not mad because clearly, the better man won. But I just want to be fair. That's all I'm saying. Like for real, like dead serious. I mean, all fair in the game.
I mean, would you like us to redo that round? I mean, no, I mean we could do that. I mean,
Absolutely.
Bro, nobody got a redo, bro. Why do you get a redo, bro? What makes you more special than everybody else here?
Well, what made it special was the fact that I didn't say I wanted a redo. The host said that he wanted a redo. So I didn't say Colonel Bushido. I think you're dope. Like I compare you to Icy Twat. Like when I heard your beat, I thought it was hard. Like no cap.
all right. So what we're gonna do is
Do a poll for the redo.
we'll just do a redo on that one just because the beat went over by 5 seconds or something. So we'll just do a redo of that beat. So I'm maybe playing. This was Hype Melody versus Yambi. So I'm maybe playing Hype Melody's beat first. And we'll just redo this one.
I mean, it's cool, bro. Go ahead.
A minute and
Because it's
30.
5 seconds. I'm just saying, like in the future. I'm just saying,
Got a
like in the
problem
future,
with hype? I call my shooters.
you can. Oh, you can pause.
All right, who is that?
All right, that was Hype Melody, and now I'll be replaying Yambi's beat. This one is called Arabian Nights, by the way, as well. Once again.
I like the first one.
All right, so those beats were both played for a minute, and now we'll just move on to the polling, and you guys can vote as well. So we'll give it 30 seconds until it says 3 minutes. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, so we're gonna end the poll right there, and we have Yambi winning with 12 votes to 7, so he'll be taking the 3 points for this round as well. All right, dope. All right, so up next we have Group F. That was the end of Group E. So we only got 3. We have 5 battles left for round 1. We have Hard Fingers versus Ruli Gonzalez. So I'm maybe playing Hard Fingers first. And let's go. This one is called Feels Good. All right, that's the end of that beat right there. Now we got Ruli Gonzalez up next, and his beat is called. Let's see, wow. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. Now we'll open the polling. And you guys can go ahead and vote for about a minute. All right, only 5 more people need to vote. All right, so we'll end the poll right there. And looks like Hard Fingers won with 12 votes to 5. And he'll be gaining 3 points for this round. Congratulations to Hard Fingers. Fire beats. Anyone have any comments or feedback on those before we move on? All right, so next up we got the California Kid versus Millie Max Beats. All right, so we'll start with the California Kid, and this one is called Alkaline Springs.
And that's the story of the California Kid.
All right, so there we go. There we have the California Kid. Now we're gonna have Millie Max Beats, and this one I believe is called Surgical With It.
Push it to the max. Push it to the max.
All right, so that's the end of that rap battle right there. Now, uh, please vote. I need to make the poll available. Here we go. And please take 45 seconds to a minute to vote. All right, so we're gonna end the poll right there, and it looks like we have the California Kid with 14 votes to 3. So California Kid, you take the cake on this one. Um, you receive a full 3 points on that one. All right, next up, we're almost done with round one, so bear with me, guys. We got Group G up. We got 93 Chris versus Mikhail. So I may be playing. Oh yeah, before we move on, does anyone want to comment on those beats or anything like that?
I
It
thought
was a
both were
really
good.
dope round, most definitely.
Yeah, I thought both were good, but maybe sound selection was a little better in the first one. That's all I could say.
Okay, bet. All right, so let's keep it moving. So we got 93 Chris versus Mikhail. Maybe play 93 Chris's beat first, and up first his Orochi Free Spirit.
93, sir. Is that J Plus?
All right, so that was the beat from 93 Chris. Now up next we have Mikhail. This one's just simply called Beat One.
Yeah, not bad.
right, so that's the end of that battle right there in Group G. So that was 93 Chris versus Mikhail. So please, take the time to vote. Their future in this tournament depends on it. All right, I'll give it another 10 seconds. What'd you guys think of those beats right there?
Those are good too. I like both of them as well.
All right, so I'm gonna share the results, and Mikhail, you take the cake on this one. Just edging a little bit, just by 3 votes. So you'll be receiving the full 3 points for that round. All right, so only 2 left in round 1. So we got Percy Notes up next against EMC Beats. Now Percy Notes, this one is called Create. All right, so that was Percy Notes. Now up next we got EMC Beats, and this one is called West Coast Fly. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. I feel like that one was, that one has to be close. So let's move on to the voting. We'll just give it about 20 more seconds. This one is really close. There's only 2 people left who need to vote. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that one was really, really close. We have Percy Nuts just edging a little bit with 8 votes to EMC Beats with 7 votes. So Percy Nuts, you're going to be taking all 3 points on this one. Okay, so that's the end of Group G. Now we're moving on to Group H. This is the last battle of round 1. So as you guys know, Group H, that is the only group that only has 2 people. So, they're automatically going to be in the knockout phase. So this match is to determine whether who's the first seed and who's the second seed for that group. which will ultimately influence where they are in the knockout stages. So this is B Wood versus Mystical. So I'm gonna be playing B Wood's beat first. All right, this one is called "Fuck You Mean." All right, that's the end of that beat right there. Now we got Mystical up next with "Burning Skies."
Watch it, baby. Watch it, baby.
All right, now the polling is open, so we'll wait for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Now, I don't know about you guys, but like the second beat by like Mystical, I felt like the opening kind of gave me like Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes a little bit. I don't know. Okay, so the voting has ended, and B Wood taking that one with 10 votes to 4. So he'll be receiving the 3 points on that one. All right, congratulations, guys. That's the end of round 1. Give yourself a hand. Anybody have any comments or questions before we move on to round 2?
Dope beats, bro. I'm excited to see who moves on to knockout.
Also, just to let you guys know as well, just one more time, I do want this to be interactive. So, if you guys want to like comment or give feedback or network, this is like a great time to do so. In between like when we're voting, so don't hesitate to do that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna go over the standings really quickly. So in Group A, we have Gemini and Tyler with both 3 points in the top 2. Group B, we have New Wave, JP, and Vanisher in the top 2. Wild Child and Nemo the Zeus are both Group C, ahead of Group C. One Edition and Clay Suave, both at the top of Group D. Yambi, 803 Music, both at the top of Group E. Hard Fingers and the California Kid, both at the top of Group F. And Mikhail and Percy Notes, they're both at the top of Group G currently. And they all have 3 points. And both in Group H, B Wood and Mystical are both set to advance. And B Wood with 3 points in that after winning that last battle. So why don't we move on to round 2? So in this round, we've got Gemini versus Tyler in the first battle in Group A. So I'll play Gemini's beat up first, and then we should be good to go.
What you do, what you say, has a lot to do in how you live today. What you want and what you say, everybody knows it's only what you take. What you take, only what you take, only what you take, only what you take, only what you take.
Okay, so up next we have let me see, sorry. Tyler. We have Tyler. So Tyler's beat, let's see. All right, this one's called Second Round.
Hey, you know Beats by TJT?
All right, now that's the end of that beat right there. Now I'll open the polling, and let's see. All right, please take the time to vote. All right, this one seems really close. Okay, that's the end of the voting. Actually, we have our first tie, guys. 8 votes to 8 votes. Congratulations to both of those producers. So in the case of a tie, like I said earlier, both producers will be receiving 1 point for that round. So they'll both get 1 point. All right. So next up, we have Julio Ignatius versus Chanel. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong in like the first round. It's not Chanel, it's Chanel. My bad about that. So we'll just get started with Julio's beat, and then we'll be on our way. All right, this one is called Been Grimy. All right, so that beat was by Julio. Now up next we have Chanel. This one is called Hard Steppin'. All right, so that was both Julio versus Chanel. Now I will open the polling and I'll give you guys 45 seconds to a minute to vote. All right, here we go. So Ignatius versus Chanel. And just to remind you guys, both of these, they're both at 0 points currently. So this is a very, very important battle. Whoever wins this will take 3 points. This one is very, very close. It's at 6-5 right now. There's still 6 people left who need to vote. Still like 30 sec. We'll give 30 more seconds left just for you guys to vote. It's really, really close. And just one more person needs to vote. All right, so that one was really, really close in the voting. So we have Chanel just taking it, just edging a little bit with 10-7 votes. So she'll be receiving the 3 points this round. All right, so that's the end of Group A for round 2. Now up next we have Group B. So we have New Wave, JP versus Vanisher. So I'll be playing New Wave's beat first. All right, this one is called 70s Trap.
JPA Productions.
That beat was pretty crazy. I think that beat went pretty crazy. Um, Definitely has some nice vibes. So, uh, let's see who was next. My bad. Vanisher with those 808s. So, is he bringing it as hard as he says? Let's see. So we got Anime SF. This one's called Anime SF. All right. So that's the end of that battle right there. Please take the time to vote. I know I hear you, Eternal Beast. You're like both were definitely, they had some vibes. They're both pretty good. But let's see what you guys say. Yes, sir. Definitely talented people in this chat. Every single one of you guys are talented, and skilled for sure. 100%. All right, so that's the end of the voting. So even though both of those beats were pretty good, it looks like New Wave JP definitely took everyone's heart on that one. So he'll be given the full 3 points for this round. All right, now up next we got Marsh versus Taylor of Group B. Now we got Marsh with Latin Fuego. Let me actually admit Tyler first. All right, so next up we got Marsh versus Taylor once again. So this one's called Latin Fuego.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. 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 Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that. 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 You know nothing about that.
All right, so that was Marsh's beat right there. Now up next we got Taylor. She's definitely gonna bring the heat for sure. Let's see what she's got. So this one's called Cherry Blossom. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. That was Marsh versus Taylor, and now I will open the polling, and we will see who will take the full 3 points, or if they will tie on this one. Oh yeah, also, I don't think in the live stream they can see your like chat. So if you guys want to use the YouTube live stream chat instead of like the Zoom chat, that might be better. Like more people might see it, and just like a thought. All right, so I'll give it 15 more seconds. All right, so that's the end of the voting right there. This one was also pretty close. So we have Marsh just edging a little bit over with 10 votes to 7. So Marsh will be taking the full 3 points from this round. All right, now we'll move on to Group C for round two. Now up next we got Bowie, our third place winner from last time. So we got Bowie versus Eternal Bushido. All right, so we'll be playing Bowie's beat first. This one is called 249.
And I believe it is pronounced Bowie.
All right, now that was Bowie's beat. So up next we got Eternal Bushido. It's a pretty fire name, I gotta admit. Pretty fire name.
Eternal Bushido. Eternal Bushido.
All right, so that's the end of that battle right there, and I will open the polling. And please vote.
Hey, I was digging that vibe, Eternal.
All right, so I'll give
Yeah, the
give it a
name
second.
and the beat is cool.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying the name and the beat was cool for Eternal Bushido.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the end of that poll right there. Definitely that was definitely surprising. So you have Bushido with 13 to Bowie with 4. So we're gonna give Bushido the full 3 points on that one right there. All right, up next we got Wild Child versus Nemo the Zeus. So I'm gonna be playing Wild Child's beat first. This one is called Empty Sea Maj. Now that was Wild Child's beat. Now we'll move on to Nemo the Zeus. So we got Nemo. This one is called Desire.
Nemo! Nemo!
All right, that's the end of that battle right there. And now we'll open the voting poll. So we had that was Wild Child versus Nemo the Zeus. All right, so now we're gonna end the voting, and the results are in. So we got Nemo with 11 votes on that one, and Wild Child with 6. So Nemo's gonna be taking the full 3 points in that one. And now Nemo's at 6 points, having 2 wins in a row. All right, that's the end of Group C. Now we're gonna move on to Group D. So we got One Edition versus K Suave up next. So I'm gonna be playing One Edition's beat first. This one is called Closed Case.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force. Kiss the blood. BD. Best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else.
All right, that's the end of that beat right there. Now we got K Suave up next. That one was a pretty vibey beat right there. So this one's called Power by K Suave. All right, that's the end of that beat. and the end of that battle. Now let me open up the polling for them. One Edition versus K Swab. Here we go. And please
Fire
vote.
round, fire round.
I don't know about you guys, but Group C, that one's a tough group. That one's pretty tough.
Saying my beats are whack. Yeah.
All right, this one is a pretty close one as well. So there's still 4 people who haven't voted yet. Right now it's a part by 2 votes, and there's only 2 people left to vote.
I just want to let y'all know I've been playing Madden on mute and vibing out to all y'all shit.
It's fire. Awesome. What's your favorite team?
Man, that's a tough one, bro.
I'm a Pats fan all the way, so all right, so I'm gonna end that poll right there.
Bears all day. Bears all day.
Bears. I mean, I'm from Chicago, and I just gotta say, like, the Bears suck a lot.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm a diehard Chicago fan. I'm from Waukegan, so like that's like northern suburb and shit. Like,
Okay.
so like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm up here in Jefferson Park.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
yes,
out,
sir.
baby. Shout out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so this one was pretty close. We have K Swab with 9 and One Edition with 7. So, that was pretty close, but K Swab is gonna take all the 3 points on this one. All right, cool. All right, so next up in Group D, we got Uga versus Isan the producer. So I'll be playing Uga's first right here. This one's called Nocturnal. All right, that's the end of that one. So the first beat was Uga, and the second beat was Isan. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know if it's Isan or Isan. But let me open the poll, and let's Isan. Okay, my bad. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so we'll give this one a few seconds. Also, if you guys don't know already, we have our bi-weekly music meetups. We have one today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys aren't already coming to it, definitely come for it. It's a great opportunity to like share your music, your dreams, and like your story as a music creator. You'll be able to meet other artists, producers, engineers, videographers, managers. We actually have a talent manager coming today who works with K Camp. So that's you know these are just like some of the types of people that come to our events. Um, Also, we have a special guest speaker. His name is Brandman Sean on Instagram. He's over 18K followers on Instagram, and he specifically works in marketing and branding for music creatives. So if you guys are interested in learning about bringing in music, branding and marketing for your own music, brand, whatnot, producer, artist, videographer, whatnot, definitely show up today at the music meetup for sure. And that's also online over Zoom. I'm gonna give this one a little bit more time just because there's still 7 people who haven't voted, and this one is a pretty close one. But yeah.
Hey, did anybody play my beat? I must have missed it. Hassan, the producer.
Yeah, that was the last beat we just played. Right? You guys heard that one, right? I'm pretty sure it's in the live stream too.
A little bit more.
Yeah, we just played it in the live stream.
Oh no, that one wasn't mine.
Let me see.
Yo, am I tripping? Or did I thought I heard just one beat.
Yeah.
Really? You guys only heard one
Yeah,
beat?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just one beat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end that poll, and we'll just redo that round. That's my bad, guys. I didn't know you guys weren't able to hear it. All right, this is Uga versus Isan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play Uga's beat first. All right, this one's called Nocturnal.
Hey, that's the one we heard.
Okay, now I'm gonna play Isan's beat or Asan's beat. This one is called Stormy. All right, that's the end of that round right there. We'll move on to the voting. So I'll just relaunch that poll and start it fresh. This was Uga versus Asan. Only 5 more people need to vote. This one's a pretty close one. All right, I'm gonna give it like 10 more seconds. There's still 4 people who need to vote. All right, so that's the end of that battle. And we have Asan taking the cake with that one with 9 to 5 votes. So we have Asan with 3 points from that round. Did I share the results for that one? No, did I? I think I did. Yeah, here you go. There you go. All right, so up next, that was the end of Group D. Now we have moving on to Group E, where we have Yombi versus Squids Killing It. This one's also a really fire group. All the producers in this one's pretty fire, are pretty fire as well. So let's so we have Yombi up first versus Squids Killing It. So let me play Yombi's beat. All right, this one is called Jungle Book. All right, that's the end of Yombi's beat. Now I'm gonna move on to Squid's beat, and let's see if he can bring the heat. So this one is called The Future Is Now. All right, so that's the end of that beat right there, and now we'll do the polling. All right, this one was Yombi. Yombi was the first beat, and Squids was the second beat. All right, so we only got 4 people left who need to vote, and this one's also pretty close, just by 2 votes currently. I definitely implore everyone to vote, just because it can make a difference. You know, you never know. All right, so that's the end of that battle right there, and Yambi takes that one with 10 votes to 6. Here you guys go, and then I'll give Yambi the 3 points on challenge. There we go. All right, so Yambi won that one. So now we have 803 music versus hype melody. Now, in order for hype melody to come back, he's got to get this one. You got to get at least a tie or a win here. So let's see what they can bring to the table. So we got 803 up next. Oh, that's right. She emailed her beats. So let me see. All right. So this one is called Carolina. All right, so that was 803's beat, and now we'll do Hype Melody's beat.
Got a problem with hype? I'll call my shorties.
All right, that's the end of that battle right there. Now, so Zoom only allows me to make at most 25 polls. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use straw poll online, and I'm gonna post the link in the Zoom chat. So if you guys want to go ahead and vote, from that link, that would be amazing. You know, Zoom only allows 25 polls. I can't do anything about that. So we'll just use this one, this poll currently. Let me know if you guys if it's gonna work or not. Let me know how that works out. Were you guys able to? You guys can hear me, right? By the way.
Yeah, it's working well.
Okay, dope. Okay, so I'll just give that roughly 30 more seconds, and then we should be
Wait, the
good to go.
first was who? The first was
The first was
803?
yeah, the first one was 803.
Okay.
Just make sure to refresh results to get a true reading.
All right, so I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds.
Hey, I may have done my vote wrong.
Sorry, you did your vote wrong. Hello? Someone said they did their vote wrong. All right, well, I'm gonna end that poll right there. Just refresh it. All right, so we have 803 with 10 votes and Hype Melody with 5 votes. So, congratulations to 803. You're going to be receiving the full 3 points on that one. I heard someone said they voted wrong. I don't know if that would have made a difference in the score since it was 10-5. So, I think we're just gonna. I think it's makes sense that 803 won that one, and that we don't need to redo the voting for that. All right, so that's the end of Group E. So now there's only two more groups left, Group F and Group G. So up next we have Millie Max and Hardfingers. Let me play Millie Max's beat first. So, all right, here we go. I believe this one is called Nature Bounce.
Push it to the max.
So that's the end of that beat right there. Now I'm gonna play Hard Fingers beat next. That one was definitely pretty vibey. You know, yeah, Chi-Town can definitely vibe to that for sure. All right, let's see Hard Fingers. This one is called Cruise. All right, so that's the end of that battle right there. I put the poll link in the chat. Please go ahead and vote, and then I'll give that a minute.
Can you restate their names? The first one and the second one.
Yeah, the first one was Millimax, and the second one was Hard Fingers. So the last one you just heard was Hard Fingers. All right, I'll give it 10 more seconds. 5. All right, now as you guys can see, we have 13 votes to Millimax and 2 votes to Hard Fingers. So Millimax coming from behind to snatch those 3 points right there. All right, bet. All right, up next we got Ruli Gonzalez and we got the California Kid. All right, so I'm gonna be playing Ruli Gonzalez first, and this beat is called Bliss. All right, that's the end of that beat for Ruli. Now I'm gonna play. That was Ruli Gonzalez, and I'm gonna play the California Kids beat right now. This one is called. Let's see. Select 64.
And that's the story of the California
All right, so I just put the poll in the Zoom chat. Now that was the first one, to be clear, was Ruli, and the second one was the California kid. So please take a minute to vote, and then we will move on to the next round. How do you guys like this format, by the way? Because I know in the past we did straight judging from like professional judges, and I know this time we're doing like a group stage, and we're having you guys vote for each other. It's a straw poll, Pally. Oh, okay, you got it, bro. Good job. Bet.
Yeah, I like this format a lot because it gives the other producers a chance to like vote, and I think that speaks for the music. If you really make good music, then people will vote for you, and I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I've never been on the one before, but I like this. It's pretty interesting just to hear other producers' opinions and then like vote on it as a producer as well. I like this format.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'll just give it, 10 more seconds. Only 15 votes are still in, I think. How many people do we have in the call? We have 17, so plus I don't vote, so there should be 2 more votes left. All right, I'm gonna call it right there. And looks like Ruli has won with 10 votes to 6. That one was pretty close. So Ruli takes the 3 points on that one. All right, so last group of round 2, guys. Last group, we got EMC Beats versus 93 Chris up next. So I'm gonna be playing EMC's beat right now.
Dang, ain't nobody out here.
All right.
Nigga.
Sorry. Okay, this one is called Sleep SF. Or did I play this one last? Is EMC? Are you in the Zoom call by any chance? Because I don't know if he labeled these correctly. Okay, wait. Oh no, this one is called Sleep. Okay, I'll play this one. All right, so that's the end of that beat right there. Now, next up we have 93 Chris. Definitely sounds like a radio station because of the number a little bit. All right, Tokyo Freestyle, 75,000.
93 skirt.
right, so that one was exactly a minute. Now I will put the poll in the chat. Please take the time to vote for the next minute. Has anyone voted for, like, when it was your turn to be voted on? Has anyone voted for any, like, the other person rather than themselves? I'm just curious. Unless I don't know if if everyone's voted for themselves. Okay, Chanel says she did. Okay, fire, fire. All right, so we have 13 votes are in, so I'll just wait, 10, 15 more seconds. To see. All right, so we got 15 votes in. So we have EMC Beats versus 93 Chris. So EMC Beats with 10 votes and 93 Chris with 5 votes. So EMC Beats is taking those 3 points home. All right, this is the last battle of round 2. Now we have Mikhail versus Percy Notes. Both dope producers. So I'm gonna be playing Mikhail's beat first. So Mikhail, this one is called Beat 2. All right, so that was Mikhail. Now we'll play Percy's beat next. So Percy with this one is called Link versus Mario. All right, so I'll be putting the voting poll link in the chat. That was, once again, the first beat was Mikhail, and the second beat was Percy Notes. So please take the time to vote. All right, I'll give it 30 more seconds. Just like 10 more seconds. All right, let's see the results. So only 12 votes this time we're in. So we have Percy Notes with 8 and Mikhail with 4. So it looks like Percy's going to be taking those 3 points home. All right, that's the end of round 2. So why don't we see the standings so far? Congratulations to you guys making it so far into round 2. So in Group A, we have Gemini and Tyler with both with 4 points, and we have Chanel with 3 points and Julio with 0. Group B, we have New Wave JP leading the pack with 6 points, and we have Vanisher and Marsh both tied in second place with 3 points, and then we have Taylor at the bottom with 0 points. Now in Group C, we have Nemo at the top with 6 points. Wild Child and Eternal Bushido both with 1 win and 1 loss. They both have 3 points, and Bowie with 0. And Group D, we have K Swab also leading with 6 points, with 1 addition with 3 points, and Isan with 3 points, and Uga with 0. Group E, we have Yambi and 803 leading the pack with both with 6 points, and Squid's Killing and Hype Melody both with 0. So Yambi and 803, you guys are both automatically through into the knockout because Squid's Killing It and Hype Melody won't be able to catch up in the next round if they win. In Group F, wow, we have a tie. Like everyone has 3 points, so the next round could be anybody's game. Group G, we have Percy Notes leading the pack with 6 points, and EMC Beats and Mikhail both tied at 3 with 93 Chris at 0. And yeah, that's pretty much it for round 2. The standings after round 2. So before we move on, anyone have any comments or any questions or comments before we move on?
Hey, you know Beats by TJT?
so that was the end of that battle right there. That was Chanel versus Tyler. Now I'm gonna put the poll in the Zoom chat, and you guys are more than welcome to vote. This is a very. This will decide the winner for whoever votes for this one. Whoever wins this one. Let's give it like 20 more seconds. All right, we'll just give it 10 more seconds. 5. And we have Chanel winning with 8 votes to 5. So we'll be giving her the 3 points in this round. All right, so up next we have Julio Ignatius versus Gemini. So I'll be playing Julio's beat first. This one is called Death Do Us Part. All right, so that was Julio's beat, and now I'm gonna play Gemini's beat. Let's see. So this one is called Boundaries. All right, so the first beat was Julio Ignatius, and the second beat was Gemini. I pasted the link in the chat where you guys can vote.
I don't think the link's on there.
I sent it to someone privately by mistake. Okay, my bad. There we go. We'll give this one another 30 seconds. All right, so we have 14 votes in. Just give it 10 more seconds. All right, and the final results are in. Gemini with 10 votes and Julio with 5. So Julio receives 0 and Gemini will receive 3 points for winning that round. All right, and that's the end of Group A, end of round 3 for Group A. Now we'll move on to Group B. We have Taylor versus Vanisher up next. So I'll be playing Taylor's beat first. All right, this one's called Shake That Ass. All right, that's the end of that battle. That was Taylor versus Vanisher. I will share the link in the chat.
What was the order again? Sorry.
The first one was Taylor and the second one was Vanisher. All right, so let's give this like 25 more seconds. This one is really close. All right, 5 more seconds. All right, and the results are in. So we have Taylor with 8 votes and Vanisher with 5. And Taylor will take the full 3 points on this one. All right, so up next we have Marsh versus New Wave JP. So I'll be playing Marsh's beat first. This one's called Meek Mill type beat.
Produced by Marsh. Produced by Marsh.
All right, so that was Marsh. I'm gonna play New Wave JP. This one's called Hard Beat.
Hold on, I can't hear myself, JP.
All right, that's the end of that battle right there. I put the voting link in the chat, so let's go and vote. All right, so far we have 5 votes in. Marsh was the first one, and New Wave was the second one. All right, so we'll give it like 10 more seconds. All right. And the results are in. Marsh with 9 votes and New Wave JP with 4. So Marsh is taking the 3 points on this one. All right. So next up, we have Group C. Now, first up, we have Nemo the Zeus versus Eternal Bushido. You already know this one's going to be a tough matchup. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Nemo's beat first. This one is called Fairy. right, so that was Nemo the Zeus. Now up next we got Eternal Bushido. This one is called SF. This one is called James Bonds. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. I'll be posting the link in the chat. Go ahead and vote on that one. All right, so far we have 7 votes in. Let's give it, a few more seconds.
The poll not loading when you're
All right, let's see the results. So we have 12 votes in. There's like 19 people in this chat, so I don't know if all of you guys are gonna want to vote. But I'll just give it like 10 more seconds. All right, and that's the final bell. And still stays the same. Eternal Bushido wins with 9 votes, and Nemo Zeus with 5 votes. All right, up next we have Wild Child and Bowie. So I'm gonna be playing Wild Child's beat first. All right, this one's called I Want This Forever. All right, that was Wild Child's beat, and now up next we got Bowie. This one is called 226.
And I believe it is pronounced Bowie.
right, so that's the end of that battle right there. Let me get the voting link and I'll post it in the chat. What did you guys think of those beats, by the way?
It was tough, man.
Yeah, definitely a close one for sure. So just to be clear, Wild Child was the first one and Bowie was the second one. All right, so I'll give it 15 more seconds. All right, and the votes are in. So Wild Child with an overwhelming number of votes with 11 votes and Bowie with 2 votes. So Wild Child will be receiving those 3 points. All right, moving on to Group D, we have Asan, the producer, versus K Suave. So I'll be playing Asan's beat first. This one is called Dreamy. All right, so that's the end of that beat right there.
That melody, that melody.
Up next is K Suave. This one's called Pinky Ring. All right, so that's the end of that battle right there. Let's see who won in the vote. We'll give it about 30 seconds. All right, well, 20 more seconds. 10 votes are in. All right, and the final results have K-Suave with 7 votes to 3. So K-Suave takes the full 3 points in that round. All right, up next we got Uga and One Edition. So I'll be playing Uga's beat first. This one is called Pastor Danny. All right, that's the end of that beat right there. And now we got One Edition up next. This beat is called Hot and Cold. All right, so that's the end of that battle right there. I've posted the poll in the chat. Let's see. Let's just give it a minute and see who will be winning that round.
Can you clarify whose was whose?
Oh yeah, the first one was Uga, and the second one was One Edition. All right, we'll just give it. Let's see how many votes are in. 11 votes are in. All right, we'll just give it 5 more seconds. All right, and it looks like One Edition has 9 votes to Uga's 3 votes. So One Edition will be receiving the 3 points for that round. All right, up next we have Group E. So we have Hype Melody versus Squid's Killing It. So I'm going to be playing Hype Melody's beat first. This one is called Got That Gas.
Got a problem with height? I'll call my shorties.
right, so that was Hype Melody. Now we got Squids killing it. Let's see. So this one is called The Future Is Now. All right, that's the end of that round. So the first one was Hype Melody, and the second one was Squids killing it. So let's go ahead and vote. All right, so we'll just give it another 30 seconds. We're at 11 votes right now. All right, let's see the results. So 8-3 with Squids killing it in the lead. So he'll be receiving those 3 points. Congratulations. All right, all right. Last battle for Group E. We have 803 Music versus Yambi. This one's definitely going to be a fire battle. All right, let's see. So we have let's play. So 803 emailed hers. Okay. So this one is 803 Music. This one is called Summer Love. All right, that's the end of 803's beat. Now we'll play Yambi's beat. This one is called Saint. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. Now here is the poll. Let's go ahead and vote. Was definitely a close one for sure. Both the mixing was really good on the first one, and the drums had like some insane variation on the second one. All right, so we're at 8 votes with 803 currently in the lead. It's only separated by 2 votes. So just need just read the rest of you guys to vote. We'll just give it a little 30 more seconds. We're at 11 votes. 803 is still in the lead. All right, so we'll call the time on that one. And it looks like Yambi with 4 votes and 803 with 7 votes. So 803 is getting the 3 points on that one. All right, that's the end of Group E's battles, everyone. Now, we only have 2 groups left, Group F and Group G. That only means, 4 battles left. So let's keep it going. So we have the California Kid versus Hard Fingers up next. So I'll be playing the California Kid's beat first. This one is called Take Me There.
And that's the story of the California Cure.
All right, so that's the end of California Kid's beat. We'll get on to Hard Fingers. This one's called Wheezy Flow. All right, that's the end of that battle. Now I'll post the voting link in the chat and let's get those votes going. We're at 7 votes right now with Hard Fingers in the lead just by 3 votes. All right, let's see the scoring. So there's 11 votes. The separation is by 1 vote. I don't know if anyone else hasn't voted yet. Are the 18 people we have here. I'll just give it like 10 more seconds. All right. And it's a tie. So they both get 1 point. 6 votes to 6 votes. I think that's our second tie in the whole tournament so far. So definitely fire beats. All right. Next up we got Ruli Gonzalez versus Millie Max Beats. All right, so Ruli Gonzalez is the beat we're gonna play first. This one is called Cascade.
Are you effing kidding me?
All right, that's the end of that beat right there. That was Ruli Gonzalez. Now up next we have Millie Max. All right, this one is called Indian Giver. All right, that's the end of that battle right there. Please go ahead and vote. And we'll just take a minute to vote. All right, we'll give it. We're at 8 votes right now, so we'll just give it, a couple more seconds. Have everyone get their vote in. All right, I'll wait 10 more seconds. All right, now let's see the final results. And it's 6-5 with Ruli Gonzalez. 6-5 with Millie Max. Sorry, just edging it a little bit. Um, so Millie Max will get those 3 points right there. All right. Now up next, this is the last group. So we have Group G up next. So we have Percy Notes versus 93 Chris, and we have Mikhail versus EMC Beats. So first up, we have Percy Notes and 93 Chris. So I'll be playing Percy Notes beat first. So this one's called Siren. All right, let's see. End of that beat right there by Percy. Now up next we got 93 Chris. All right, this one's called Band City 2020.
93 Suicide.
All right, that's the end of that beat right there, and the end of that battle.
No, I'm in the tournament.
What tournament?
I'm in the tournament.
Beats tournament?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a minute to vote.
Sure.
All right, we're at 7 votes, so we'll just give it a couple more seconds. Anyone else want to vote? Please do. We have like 19 people in here, and we're at 8 votes right now. All right, so we're gonna call it there. So 93 Chris gets those 3 points with 7 votes to 2 votes. Or yeah, 93 Chris gets those 3 points. All right, so this is the last battle of the group stage. Mikhail versus EMC Beats. I'm gonna be playing Mikhail's beat first. So let's see. Mikhail. So this one's called Beat 3. All right, that's the end of Mikhail's beat. Now I'll be playing EMC beats. Beat. All right, this one's called Fucked Up. Wait, did I already play this one right? No, this is this is the right one. Okay, here we go. All right, that's the end of the last battle. Now I put the link in the chat, so please go ahead and vote. This is the last battle, so last chance to vote, last chance to make a difference. We'll give it 20 more seconds. All right, 10 more seconds. Let's see how many votes we have in. We're at 9 votes. All right, let's see the votes that are in. So 6-4 with Mikhail just edging it a little bit over. So he's going to be taking the cake on that one with the full 3 points. All right. So that's the end of the group stage matches. Congratulations to thank you to everyone who came out and competed. Why don't we go over the results and who will be competing in the knockout stages later on in this evening at 5 p.m. I believe Eastern time. Yeah, everyone did amazing. Thank you, Eternal Bushido. Exactly, Zimmerman definitely did amazing. So standings. Let's go with standings. All right, so from Group A, we have Gemini in first place with 7 points. He had 2 wins and 1 tie, and we have Chanel with 6 points, 2 wins and a loss. They're both moving on. They're both advancing to the next stage. Tyler and Julio. So sorry to see you guys go. Tyler with 4 points and Julio with 0 points. All right, Group B. The 2 people that are advancing are Marsh and New Wave JP. They both have 6 points. So Marsh, he won the tiebreaker because he beat New Wave JP, I believe. So he's going to be in the first seed in rank 1, the first seed from Group B. New Wave JP will be rank 2. And then we have Taylor and Vanisher. They both won a game. They both got 3 points, but they won't be, unfortunately, they won't be moving on. In Group C, this one was really, really tough because we had 3 people who came out with 6 points, and it ended up being Eternal Bushido and Wild Child, who both ended up moving on to the next round. Uh, Eternal Bushido with the first rank, and then Wild Child with the second rank. Nemo also had 6, but unfortunately, he didn't end up moving on due to the qualification rules. And then Bowie also received 0 points in that one. In Group D, we have K Suave moving on with a perfect score of 9 points, and we have One Addition moving on with 6 points. So they're both moving on. Isan, the producer, and Uga. So sorry to see you guys go. Asan, you had 3 points, and Uga, you had 0. Group E. So this one was also a pretty tough group. We have 803 with a perfect score, and with 9 points moving on, and Yambi, with 6 points also moving on in second place. Squid's killing it, and Hype Melody, you guys both did a good job. Unfortunately, you guys didn't make it into the knockout phase. Group F was also a really close group. So we have Millie Max Beats with 6 points and Hard Fingers with 4 points. They're both going to be moving on to the next round. In Group G, we have Percy Notes and Mikhail, both with 6 points. Percy Notes just with the tiebreaker, so he'll be in first place, and Mikhail will be in second place. And then EMC Beats and both 90%. They both received 3 points as well.
It's the end of the group stage.
Sorry, say that again. Was someone asking a question? Okay. And going ahead, so Group H, just there's only 2 people in that one, so B Wood and Mystical are both moving on, to the knockout phase. So let me show you the final stage and what that'll look like, what the knockout phase will look like. So in the knockout phase, we have Gemini taking on Mystical, Percy Notes taking on New Wave JP, Eternal Bushido taking on Hard Fingers, 803 Music taking on One Edition, Marsh versus Mikhail, B Wood versus Chanel, K Suave versus Yambi, and Millie Max Beats versus Wild Child. So we're going to continue the knockout phase portion of the beat battle tonight at 5 p.m. That's when we'll have Travis Parker and Pally Ray and myself will all be coming on and giving our professional judgment as to what beats will be going, as to what beats will move on and who will win the beat battle. Just a reminder, the first place winner receives a $100 cash prize, along with a private one-on-one session with Travis Parker. Second place winner, I believe, wins $75 with a one-on-one with Chavez and Pally. The third place winner wins $50 with one-on-one with Pally and myself. And then the fourth place winner just gets a one-on-one with me. So there's also a potential placement with Pally Ray. And the reason why it's potential is because, if your sound, if out of the 4 producers that win, Pally himself will choose who he wants to work with, because not every producer is going to match his sound, and you don't want to force Pally or the producer to work together if their sounds don't match. So Pally will, at his discretion, he'll choose which of the winners, multiple or one person, depends on what he wants to do. It's up to him on who he chooses to work with, and he was listening to some of the beats as well, so he'll even reach out and work out with some of you guys. And so Pally Ray, he has over 1.8 million streams on Spotify, and he's putting out music all the time and relatively big artist, and he's also a really smart guy as well in music business and everything. So it's definitely a good opportunity to connect with him. Um, yeah. So does anybody have any questions or anything at all before we end it?
So basically, we just log back on at 5. We're good to go.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can all come on back on at 5 p.m. Um, the reason it's 5 p.m. is we have our music meetup from 2 to 4 p.m. So that's in an hour and a half, I believe. So yeah, if you guys are interested in coming to the music meetup, if you don't have a ticket yet, just let me know. And like I said before, it's like a great way to meet other music creatives, other quality music creatives, and we're also having Brandman Sean, um, big person in branding and marketing, uh, talking, giving like a webinar slash format where, and also there'll also be a Q&A session afterwards as well. So you'll be able to ask like whatever questions you want. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Message us on Instagram or in the group chat, and then we can. If you don't already have like an invite, we can send you one as well. But yeah, that concludes the group stage portion of the Producers Premier League. Thank you guys so much for coming and participating. It was definitely crazy battle. A lot of them were very close, for sure, 100%.
Appreciate it.
All right, well then that's it. I'll see all the finalists at 5 p.m. and you should in your emails you should have the Zoom link. If you didn't get an email, let us know. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
That was dope.
Yes, sir.
This is what I look like, by the way. I'm just like, I've been here the whole time. All y'all is cool though, man.